My thanks for bringing this lively little one to us. I shall do my best to make an apothecary out of her. Heroic dreams. Iro regards you expectantly. Warrior of Darkness. If you finished helping Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting. We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats. The guards say they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away, and in preparation, Chesamal kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That's to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone, follow me. Alize, wait just a... Come on then, children. I shall remain here with Rikitio. The other children I leave in your care, my unruly sister included. What? Everyone's going outside to see you fight? I want to watch too. But no, I have to study. I'll stay here and help Chesamal make the syrup. Be careful out there, yes? But if you can't be careful, you can always come back here. Yeah, I don't think there's many jobs that can make fighting bats all that interesting. Like any of them, well, I don't know, I was just say any of the melee, it's like, you know, it's like I've mentioned before about the taking on swarms of bugs and stuff. You know, as a mage, I could see that, but certainly any kind of physical DPS, or not even DPS, even the tanks, it's like I don't even know how they take on a swarm of bugs. It should be safe enough for the children here. We've heard the tales, but at last we can see you fight with our own eyes. We've been waiting for you, Warrior of Darkness. Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chesamal's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under the eaves, so you are like to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, 3 each for you and me. As proof of a successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in Lavenza. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Without further ado then, let the contest begin. Don't mind us, we'll be watching from a safe distance. I won't blink, not even once. So the bats nest under the eaves. It's important to know your enemy. It's interesting, I was just thinking with that white mage flying in and obviously like working on the same quest, because I don't think there's any other quest givers there. I'm so used to thinking like, oh, you know, I'm the one doing New Game Plus, like I'm in higher level gear and all that type of stuff, and now I mean, where I'm at in the game, I could be somebody brand new playing through it. I don't know, just a tangent my brain went on. Anyway, heat lure filled with an alchemical mixture that gives off a balmy heat. This pouch provides a portable source of warmth, and it's incidentally ideal for luring vampire bats. See, I would think like a bard or a machinist taking down a bat would be kind of cool and interesting to watch. More so the bard for me. You know, just hitting a bat with an arrow seems cool. Although, I mean, if you can hit a bat with a gun, you're a pretty good shot too. I mean, you could argue the same for Dancer as well. It just doesn't seem to be, you know, the type of martial arts you would use against bats. Though I don't know that there's really a martial art you would use against bats. I mean, presumably somewhere in the world, there are people that hunt bats for food or whatever. I wonder what method they use. Maybe like birds, just a shotgun? I don't know. Well, it is nighttime now, so I guess it makes sense that they come out. The bats didn't stand a chance. Wow, that was amazing. Well fought, Lavenza. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally, may I see your fangs for good measure? Apologies for the wait. My fangs. Not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. 5, 6, 7. 7 fangs from Alize. It's an odd number. You missed one. At least one. Which means that victory goes to Alize. Lavenza collected 6. Ha, I did it. I bested Lavenza. In another goddamn life, you didn't even try, did you? Yeah, I was like, she actually beat us? I don't remember that. This seems odd. I was like, did I do something wrong? And there I was taking it seriously. Spare me your pity next time, will you? So, children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? She's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like her. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Lavenza and train hard. Keep at it for long enough and you'll be strong too. I was just thinking though, it's not possible for anybody on the shards to really be anywhere near as strong as people on the source. Because if I'm understanding correctly, whenever there is a not a rejoining, because I think rejoining means all of them are back, but whenever there's a calamity or whatever they call it, and a shard gets absorbed, that ether, at least if there was a sharded version of yourself you absorb or something. Well, at the very least, we know that our character has absorbed somebody else's soul or ether or whatever, which is not something that happens with people on the shards. I wonder what our relative strength and power and all that is compared to others, both on the source and shards. I think at this point, the only person I can think of that might actually be stronger than us is Astinian. Because he damn near one-shots everything. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were there listening with everyone when Ardbert appeared. But I've wanted to be strong since before I came to the Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and my sister, see? And I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkell? Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know that I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I had lost, and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how Arkell feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Hydaelyn's voice, but that vision of the final days of Amarat burning. It filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. Huh. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around, lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Reen and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Uh-oh. Oh, this is her starting to, they haven't really, I think, come up with a name for it, but, you know, the instability in their ether or whatever. So the fact that they're starting to feel it now means we're getting close. It's nothing, just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. As you ponder Alize's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Okay. So he knows.
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
Huh, so he felt compelled to come here too. On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us. At times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided. So getting his own memories. I think, is that the first time we've ever gotten an Ascian's memories?
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
Give back Ardbert's body. Why must you embroil the people in your plans? Yeah, just what are you plotting?
Come now. My plans are no mystery. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you, body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness. And I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
Hythlodeus called me his new old friend. Yeah, like, I mean, I guess I could keep quiet about it to Elidibus, but at the same time, I kind of want to know more, and if he has anything to say.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
Is this the
But
first,
if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
is this the first time we've seen him glow?
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Why is his soul dense?
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed. This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the Tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
So yeah, that's got me thinking about Graha and the idea that his soul is dense. Which I'm pretty confident that's been said about us. But what exactly does that mean? Because my first thought is kind of the amount of, I guess, rejoinings or whatever that, you know, we've had. We're that much more complete, as it were. Which, of course, anybody on the source could potentially be like that. But I wonder if there's any other reason that Graha's is like that. I mean, you know, it's maybe something to do with the Allegan Eye and the blood therein or whatever. Maybe it could have something to do with his mixing or whatever you want to call it with the Crystal Tower. I don't know. I'm so glad I found both you and the Exarch. The fates seem determined not to allow us a quiet moment. But come, let us have the details from Reen. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was a long one. I had a feeling 5.3 was a bit of a longer patch, and concerned whether or not I could get it all done at one time, you know, in one stream. And it turns out I couldn't, not before getting really tired and starting to kind of lose focus and everything. So I decided to cut it off a bit early, which was right after defeating Elidibus. So I still have a little bit of 5.3 to finish up before moving on to 5.4. But I enjoyed it, not as much as I would have if I had a bit more energy, was a bit more awake, but it is what it is. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to come join me live for whatever post Final Fantasy XIV adventures I am on, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.